Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick video to help you guys out with the Edmonton tutorial if you guys were struggling with that. This week we are looking at artificial selection, which is the exact opposite of natural selection. Natural selection is we have animals in nature, or organisms in nature, the environment throws things at that organism, the organism either survives or it does not. Survival of the fittest. Artificial selection is humans intervene in nature's process in some way. An example of that is selective breeding. We select a mom and a dad that we want to breed together. They don't choose each other and fall in love and have babies. Instead, a breeder will say, I want that mom, I want that dad for whatever reason. Maybe the mom has specific traits and the dad has specific traits that they want the offspring to have. So that is selective breeding. Examples of that: cattle farmers will do this. Racehorse, you have like racehorses where they selective breed, or horses in general selective breed. We have chickens that are selective, go through selective breeding because we want a bigger chicken. Bigger chicken yields more meat, which is more profit for the farmer and better for the consumer. You see this a lot in dog breeding also. Maybe mom has a specific coat color, maybe dad has the right color eyes, and so we want that mom and that dad to breed so that we can have the offspring that the consumer desires. Again, it is humans intervening in that process. That's selective breeding. Now, when we go a step further and we look at something which is, this is like a big umbrella of science, biotechnology. You have biology and you have technology, and you kind of mix those together. So we start looking at genes and how humans intervene and try to play with those genes to get something that we desire. An example of this is cloning. We want to create an exact copy of an organism. Dolly the sheep is an example of that we have actually talked about in class. We also look at the idea of genetic engineering. So we directly change the DNA of an organism. We may add something to it, we may take something bad away, but we are trying to intervene and fix that organism how we want it. Uh, Sometimes that's good. Sometimes people think that that's too far. You know, if you look at different, there's all kinds of articles out there, there's all kinds of videos that you can watch about genetic engineering, but I think everybody agrees that it's a slippery slope. We may want to fix a specific gene that is hurting a person, but if we fix that, then what's going to stop us from fixing genes that maybe aren't hurting a person, but somebody just wants fixed? And so that's kind of where we have that slippery slope. We even look at some countries that are saying, okay, mom and dad, you can come in and you can decide, do you want a boy or a girl baby? Do you want that baby to have this color eyes or this color hair? Is that too far? You know, at some point, are we playing God? That's kind of the slippery slope that people talk about. Some people don't think so, some people do. So this topic kind of gets a little controversial in that aspect. But um, specifically, guys, on slide 26, which is a slide that I'm going to look at as a separate grade, that is something where you guys are looking up GMOs, which are genetically modified organisms. So any organism that has its genetic material modified in some way is a GMO. A lot of times people talk about GMOs in terms of food. A lot of our foods are genetically modified. We intervene and we fix the genetic material of that crop to get what we desire. So maybe in certain crops, we can genetically modify those crops so that we have higher yields. We have more crops. That helps the farmer, that helps the consumer. You know, some of our crops we can genetically modify so that they're resistant or it won't hurt them if they are hit with pesticides, or if there's certain bugs that are on that particular crop. The problem with that is some people don't like that science does that. You know, nature is nature. We need to leave it and we don't need to mess with it. While other people are like, heck yeah, if it helps us, why not? So that's what you guys are looking at specifically in slide 26. But if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Hope you have a good week. Bye, guys.